Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we're going to be covering the same saga that has been continuing ever since some of the biggest Christian YouTubers who cover Islam critically came from all over the world to Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park in London. Now, for those of you who saw in the last video, we saw that the Dower guys couldn't handle what was happening, largely ignored any opportunity to debate David Wood, Godlogic, Anthony Rogers, Vocab Malone. There just was so little engagement. But there was some little bits of magic here and there, and one of them was the debate between Godlogic, Avery, and Mansur from Dowerwise, one of the Muslim missionaries that has been in Speaker's Corner since the 90s. Many of us found it very odd that Mansur was debating Godlogic, especially since Godlogic is a huge debater in the Christian sphere who has a long track record of refuting Islam. But for whatever reason, Mansur seemed to be completely unaware of him, and so debated him, thinking that he was someone new to the corner and had no prior debate experience. Well, that's at least, I mean, you can at least compare it. So Godlogic has probably, I don't know, maybe, let's say he's got 5 years of experience debating Islam. Mansur has 30 years at least of experience debating Christianity. So it's still pretty uneven, but you know, Mansur thought Godlogic was someone with little to no debate experience, new Christian maybe, new visitor to the park, so he was easy prey. But Mansur found out the hard way that wasn't true and then ended up running. Classic Dower tactics. But last Sunday, Godlogic also went to Speaker's Corner, and we can see just exactly how great that went for Mansur.
God was in Jesus. God was also in heaven. Jesus could communicate with the Father because that was Son.
Why are you talking to her?
This guy is knowledgeable.
Why are you talking to her?
He's ignoring us, bro.
Yeah, why are you talking to her? Why are you talking to her?
You explain.
Talk to the sheikh.
You explain.
Talk to the sheikh.
What I meant.
Talk to the sheikh.
So he undermines you as well.
Talk to the sheikh.
No respect.
Talk to the sheikh.
Because
yourself.
Talk to the sheikh. We're
because
here.
you don't talk to them. Talk to them.
Yeah,
Why
talk
you
to
are
To
afraid?
you, right?
And I'm speaking to you. You don't gotta say nothing else now. I'm here.
Somewhere else.
No, you go somewhere else. You go somewhere.
Here, you can.
And I came to you. That's right.
So you go somewhere else. Moving.
So wait, whatever you ask her, ask me.
Excuse me.
Whatever you
So
ask her,
Eva,
ask me.
Yeah.
You explain.
Yeah, huh? What do you want me to
Don't
explain?
interrupt.
Yeah, can you tell me what the Injil is?
So
This guy is
you
knowledgeable.
explain.
Yeah.
I want to know if
Eva,
he's
Eva.
Christian.
Yeah,
Why
you
you
know-
want to talk to me?
Yeah, yeah.
Eva.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what the
I
Injil
asked
is?
you. Don't interrupt.
I'm interrupting. I'm here now.
Yes.
What is the
I
Injil?
don't care who you are. Get
Okay,
lost.
so what is the Injil?
I don't mention
I'm a sheikh.
I don't think.
I'm a sheikh.
I don't think.
What's the Injil? What's the Injil?
So Eva.
No, what is
So Eva, now.
What's the Injil?
Okay, please. So Eva.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So Eva.
Either what?
Yeah.
As I realize now,
Uh-huh.
Christian world.
Behind my
Yeah.
back, okay?
Are you
Go ahead, go ahead.
listening?
Well, I'm listening. Go ahead.
I don't care whether you listen or not. You know.
But I'm
Part of my
listening.
discussion.
Well, you had a problem with me not listening last time. So I'm listening now.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
talking to
you
you.
realize?
Yeah.
I'm not interested in talking to you.
I'm interested in talking to you.
I'm not.
Why are you
So
running
Eva,
again?
Eva.
Why are you gonna run again?
So it looks like.
Mansur, why do you want to run again? Stop talking to
Alright,
the
move on
lady.
to the next.
Yeah, move on to the next.
Point.
Eva.
Move on to the next. We're right here.
Looks like.
Where's Ali Dawa? Where's Muhammad Ajab?
Right.
Why don't
But
you want to talk to him?
I already answered what the
Speak to the
tricky thing
pigeon.
is to
Stop
me.
what I'm doing.
I'm talking to the.
Now, in the last video, I made a little bit of a prophetic statement, and I said, you know what, I guarantee you Mansur will never debate this long list of people. And at the bottom of that list was Godlogic, who had just entered into that list since Mansur figured out who he was. So it's no surprise then that Mansur did not want round 2 with Godlogic. In fact, that's the last thing he wants, because there is no way that Mansur is going to look any better from doing the same thing again. What makes this just so much worse, like from an optics point of view, is that Mansur is debating one person, right? Someone who he's been, you know, keeping his eye on, testing the waters with, making sure they know nothing from a debate perspective, make sure they're new to the corner, make sure they're not the most knowledgeable of Christian, and then pursue that person relentlessly. Even though, at this point, as the debate goes on and Godlogic's there trying to talk to him, there are at least 4 other knowledgeable Christian apologists who he could talk with, who have answers to his question. They even try to give the answers to his question as he's debating this new visitor, this lovely little Christian lady at the park. At what point will Muslims say that Mansur actually just can't debate at all and has completely given this up? But you see, this is the thing. He used to debate. He used to debate a lot. There are tons of clips online, and you can You can find them on Mansur actually debating people who were knowledgeable Christians. There's videos of him debating Jay Smith. There's videos of him debating Hatun. There's videos of him debating Bob of Speaker's Corner. He used to engage with people who actually had knowledge on the topics they talked about. He now point blank refuses to talk to any of them. Any of them. What happened? I think there was a final shift where the majority of Christians figured out severe weak points in Islam, and the Muslim team simply cannot give adequate answers to them. And because they can't give adequate answers to these Christian apologist questions, the only real thing you can do is just not engage with anyone who is aware of that knowledge. What Mansur hasn't figured out, though, is that as time goes on, people like me and others will just keep giving this knowledge to more and more Christians, and more Christians will keep coming into Speaker's Corner who are a lot younger than you, Mansur, and eventually you'll end up in a position where you basically can't talk to anyone. And when that happens, it's going to be a very good day for the Christian side and a very bad day for the Muslim missionaries. But you do have to give credit where credit is due. You do have to give credit. Mansur, the Dawah-wise team, did upload their footage of Mansur trying to harass a young Christian lady and ignore about 4 to 5 different Christian apologists. He did actually upload the video, so you've got to give respect there. Unfortunately, though, I did notice he cut and edited the video. Let's take a look at the longer video that was uploaded by Soko Films. Let's see what that shows.
So that they let you speak, someone who they should consider that you have knowledge and understanding what you're talking about. Rather than they consider you like a half a brain. So hopefully
I don't really have much knowledge, but I know who I am as a Christian and Catholic, and so I can respond as a Christian and Catholic, ordinary person. But that guy over there and those guys over there are proper people that understand and know the Bible by the letter. I don't.
So as I was now saying.
Right, okay, so this lovely Christian lady made it very clear that she is not an expert in the Bible and that there are other Christian apologists literally just over there, just over there, who do know the Bible in a much more in-depth and much more complete sense. And so she is not the appropriate person to speak to. That's really interesting. It's really interesting that she said that to Mansur directly, and Mansur didn't immediately stop the debate, which is what anyone would do if you have more knowledge of people around you who want to discuss questions with you, and not just go for someone who isn't able to answer your questions and admits to you up front they aren't the best person to ask. But let's take a look at the Dawah-wise video. Let's see where that video starts.
In different forms.
Okay.
If you want to say forms.
So let's.
But God is 3 persons.
Okay.
One essence.
One God.
Okay.
God Yahweh is Son, is Father, and is a Spirit. What's the problem with that?
That's interesting. That didn't start at the same position. And in fact, using the transcript from the Soko film, which has more of the footage uploaded, I can actually see where that video starts. And it starts about 3 minutes after the woman has already told Mansur that she's not the best person to ask. So in other words, they intentionally clip the footage because they were there as well as the Soko films. They clip the footage so it ignores the part where she explains that she's not the best person to ask. That, ladies and gentlemen, is incredibly dishonest. But of course, this is the new Dawah. This is the new way of doing things. You only approach people that you've never seen before, you've never heard of, you're pretty sure they don't know their faith that well, they're not too knowledgeable of the Bible, they don't know anything about Islam, and then, with 30 years of debate experience as well on your side, then you can engage with them. That's Dawah. Next, we have Godlogic trying to engage more debates, and we have the typical one person, Suraj, trying to disrupt it again, trying to disrupt Godlogic by saying anything, because he said some pretty weird things, in all honesty.
David Bottle, psycho. Mohammed Hijab, he cannot be same level as Mohammed Hijab and Ali Dawah, but he's wasted his time to challenge Mohammed Hijab.
It turns out that Sam Dawah, who is one of the Muslim missionary cameramen who films for his own YouTube channel, was harassing Godlogic as they were going to a bus stop just days prior.
People, as you can see here, Sam Dawah is going to run. Sam Dawah, is that simple?
Answer my question.
So here's the issue, Sam Dawah.
Answer my question.
If you
Answer my
believe
question.
that Muhammad
Answer my
is
question.
supposedly
If
that
your
his
biblical
wife,
God, can you, if your biblical
one of
God
the
can come
believers,
from the tree,
can
from
you
the ground,
explain
why
to
you
me
choose to come
why
from a little
Muhammad
private
being
path?
a believer
Can you
married
show
his
me why you
mother?
hide in your mask? Why you
Wouldn't
put
that
in the
mean
mask? Why you hiding?
technically that
If your
Muhammad
biblical God
married his mother?
can you show me?
So if
Can you
Muhammad
show
married
me
his
your
mother,
biblical
how
God?
isn't he
It
committing
can come
incest?
from tree,
Can
from
you explain
sky.
that to me, Sam?
Can you
explain
answer
to
my
me,
question?
Sam,
Your
how
biblical God can come from
supposedly
tree,
your
from the
prophet
ground.
isn't committing
Can your
incest
biblical God can
because
come from the tree,
his
from the
wives
ground?
are the mothers of the
From
believers.
tree, from the ground,
So
from
if
sky. Why
Muhammad
you
is a
choose to come
believer,
from
then can you
little
explain
private
to
part?
me
It's a verbal
how he
area that
hasn't
would be
married
That's what he is.
He's married his
Coward,
own
he can't
wife.
answer.
That's the
He
issue.
can't
So now what you
Coward
gonna do?
can't answer.
Sam?
Can you answer?
Now what you
Can
gonna
you
do?
answer my question?
I'm waiting for you.
Can you answer my
Supposedly,
question?
From what I understand,
Can you answer my
what
question?
they have done is incest.
Can you answer
so
my
can
question?
you explain to me how
Can you answer
somebody
my
can
question,
marry
you
their own
coward?
parents but it's
Can
not
you answer
incest?
my question? Your
Can you
biblical
explain
God
that?
impregnate
I'm
his
still
mom.
waiting for you.
Shameful.
Sam, I'm still
It's
waiting for you.
shameful
It's this
impregnate his
simple.
mom.
From what I
ask
get,
you if
number
your biblical
one,
God.
Muhammad's wives are the mothers of the believers.
Godlogic.
And number two, what's
Godlogic,
happening
come.
is that supposedly Muhammad himself is a
Godlogic.
believer. So
Come.
therefore, that would then
Come.
mean that Muhammad
Come.
is marrying his own mother.
I want to answer because this one is verbal. There is a coward can't answer.
Huh?
I want you to answer. Come, Godlogic, come.
Hey,
coward.
is this guy keeps yelling?
If your biblical
I ain't
God
yelling.
can come from tree, from sky, from the ground,
So,
why you
again,
choose to
I'm
come
still
from a
waiting for
legal
you.
private path?
When are you going to run away?
If I'm a
That's the
magician,
issue.
okay,
'Cause I'm
answer,
still waiting
answer,
for you.
answer,
Awesome
answer.
job. So,
if I'm a
Muhammad's
magician,
wives are
look,
the
Coward,
mothers
look
of the
at Coward,
believers,
look at Coward.
and then
Look
Muhammad
at
himself
Coward,
is a
he couldn't
believer.
answer.
Oh, you're going to run away?
Chicken.
All right, so all I see is you running away, Sam. All right, well, Sam, next time ask the question again, okay? Cool. All right. Goodbye, Sam. And you look better with a mask on, okay? Awesome job.
But now they're both at Speaker's Corner, and Godlogic actually has time to debate now and isn't catching a bus. Godlogic turns to Sam Darrow and says, right, okay, you wanted to debate, let's debate. At which point Sam Darrow refuses completely and just starts yelling out random obscene things, presumably. I couldn't quite hear even what he was saying, but he obviously doesn't want to debate.
But guys, watch
When
this.
I asked
Watch
you that
this.
question again
We were
last
leaving
week, you
from
said you don't
Stratford,
know that play.
and we were going to Shepherd's
So
Bush.
now, we approved
On
my
our
point.
way out to the bus station,
Why did you go to the-
Sam followed us
Here.
with a camera saying, "Why are you running, Godlogic?" He said, "Why are you running, Godlogic?" I had to catch my bus. But I'm here now.
So when it suits them, they pretend they want to debate so they can film it for their own YouTube content. But when they're actually in the place of debate and have time to debate, and that also includes the Godlogic, they don't want to debate at all, and they don't want to be on camera. Notice that for the Muslim missionaries, it's all about perception. It's all about how they're perceived. They have to be perceived as being intelligent lions of dawah, and yet, practically speaking, they can't actually do that. They just have to just keep giving you this perception. It's all about propaganda. It's all about how they're perceived. They want people to think they're strong and that they're able to give answers, but practically speaking, they can't. And they're coming up to this brick wall over and over and over again because too many Christians are able to defend their own faith, but they also know all of the bad things about Islam. And we could just go on forever just listing them. So it's like Allah's body parts, Aisha, just literally just one word, Aisha. Muhammad's violent acts of gouging people's eyes out with hot metal sticks. Muhammad killing all the young boys from a Jewish tribe that he attacked. The Quran not knowing what the Trinity is. Muslims believing in the doctrine that all the prophets are sinless, despite the fact that the Quran says they're not and the Sunnah says they're not. The whole science of hadith and the absolute disaster that is. You can go on and on and on with just so many dead-end, undefendable Islamic concepts, Islamic principles as part of their religion. And it covers the historicity of Islam, the morality of Islam, the factual basis of Islam, the philosophy of Islam. It covers so many different things that they're completely undefensible. What we are seeing, ladies and gentlemen, is the tides turning in the UK where dawah basically can't interact with knowledgeable Christians at all. In fact, I think it will eventually transfer even from the Christian side of things, probably to the secular side. I think there'll eventually be secular individuals who also learn all this stuff about Islam and then realize that they can also push back on this. For now, I think it's mostly the Christian side that seems to be doing the pushback. But talking about Godlogic, he went to Speaker's Corner, obviously, and Mansur ran. But he also went to the dawah stores beforehand. He went to the dawah stores a few days prior, and that's when Sam Darrow tried to record him going to a bus, and this was proof of him running, supposedly. But in Speaker's Corner, Sam Darrow hides his tail and runs himself. But just look at what happened when Godlogic came with a camera team, and they recorded Godlogic's interactions with the dawah stores.
Still in London, still in the UK, doing some dawah hunting. And right now we're at Stratford Station, where Muslims set up a dawah booth right on over there. So we're gonna see what it says here. It says 3 men, 1 message. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask them about that. 3 men, 1 message, and let's see if we actually get some legit answers, all right? Yeah. Let's see what we get here. Assalamu alaikum.
Mate, we're not doing the circus stuff today.
I don't do a circus.
I know you do a lot of circus stuff. We're not doing that today.
What you mean circus stuff, bro? Yeah. We talk about the truth, man.
We're not here to do any of that today.
Yeah, we're just here for the truth. Just here for truth. What pulled me over here really was 3 men, 1 message. That's what pulled me over here.
I think something else cool, Joe.
Say that again. Okay. So is there someone that does engage here? Oh, you guys don't. You guys just set up not to talk.
You can engage with my back.
Huh?
You can engage with my back.
I'm not talking to you then.
That's cool.
All right.
Yeah, Malcolm said that's too full. I doubt it. I don't think you're gonna get any of that stuff here today.
Well, we'll see, man.
Because obviously we're doing our own thing, so we're not really here to kind of.
Well, yeah, when you guys have this is my thing, my brother. As a Christian, bro, when you guys as Muslims have Jesus on the tents, right? Jesus is a Muslim.
Is he recorded?
Jesus Messiah. Yeah, this is me. It's recorded.
recorded?
Yeah. They're
No,
recording
we're
me.
not doing that. I said we're not doing that.
Yeah.
No. I said we're not doing that.
So you don't want to have the
Are
conversation.
you acknowledge what I'm saying to you? I'm saying we're not doing that.
My brother.
Okay. All right.
So when you guys have Jesus saying, Jesus Messiah, messenger, Muslim, all that kind of stuff, as a Christian, obviously that draws Christians. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just shut this down, man. I'll tell you why we're not going to do this, yeah? Because I've heard you say things that are not true.
Like what?
And no, I'm not going to get into what, and because that's.
But that's the thing.
Then I'm playing into that game of what did I say, who did I say it.
But you can't say that I just said something that's not true.
Brother, I know you said stuff.
Like what?
It doesn't matter. I just said we're here to do something else.
I think
We're
I've
not
seen
going to
you
be
somewhere
doing that.
before.
Because I'm not happy with the way you said certain things. Just leave it as that.
But you got to explain to me what that
we
is.
don't like to engage with people that are clearly dishonest.
Tell me how I'm dishonest.
If you don't know, then I can't help
Well,
you.
here's my thing. I'm saying that I engage in a very truthful way. I engage we logically go through each other's positions. You can't say that I'm dishonest.
No. I just said, look.
They're recording, brother.
Yeah, I said we're not doing it. I told them we're not doing it. We're just not doing it. I said we're not doing it. I said I'm not happy with the content you put out. And we're not happy with the lies that you told. We're just not doing it.
Okay. So if you're not happy with the content that I put out,
They were just immediately defeatist. Their heads were down. They looked depressed. They were like, oh no, not Godlogic. Oh, how are we going to deal with Godlogic? And he is the most friendly, laid-back person. I mean, even if you don't agree with Godlogic, you could at least just have a nice chat with the guy. But this is too much for Dawa, because I know that he's going to ask them things that they're not going to be able to answer, and it's going to be captured on camera. And that's just a disaster for the perception and the optics that is Dawa. So much so that one of the Dawa guys there started to block Avery to get in front of him, to get a little physical with him. Avery even calls him out, saying, hey, why are you getting physical?
And we're not happy with the lies that you told. We're just not doing it.
Okay. So if you're not happy with the content that I put out, I'm also not happy with the content you guys put out, saying that Jesus is a Muslim. This is misleading to everyone around. Excuse me, my brother. This is misleading to everyone around. Yeah, excuse me, brother. My brother, brother, you're pushing.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Yeah, so no, let's not do
Didn't
that.
they tell you?
Let's not do that. But no, we're getting all of this, though. This is all good.
Yeah, that's all good.
It's all good.
Which might actually be a sign of new things to come in Dawa. Maybe it'll get to the point where they actually start hiring bodyguards, not because of violent people who want to attack them, but because of Christians who might ask them too many questions. Hi, Muslim brother, we need you to come and be a bodyguard for our Dawa store. Are you guys expecting some Islamophobes to come and attack you, like grab your Qurans and rip them up? No, we're expecting Godlogic to turn up and ask us basic questions about Islam. We need your help. Stop that man, at all costs. But after they tried, I think Godlogic went to another stall, or maybe the same one. I think it must have been a different one though. And he finally got to debate an actual Muslim missionary. How did it go? From Godlogic's perspective, it went very well, as expected. From the Muslims' perspective, yeah, not so good. Not so good.
Can I respond to that? I appreciate it. So now you're trying to generalize sons of God. If you acknowledge that God has sons in this sense, then what you have on your tent, 3 men, 1 message, you have just refuted that and now rejected that, because according to Moses, according to 2 of those men, they have 1 message that God has sons in many senses. According to 1 of those men, God, Allah, doesn't have any sons, he's a father to no one in any sense. I hope you agree. Okay, good. So you agree with that. So then what you're saying shows that Moses and Jesus, as you're quoting the Bible over there, Deuteronomy and Mark, ironically, both in Mark and in Deuteronomy, both 2 of those men on your tent disagree with the message of Muhammad. So you just threw Muhammad under the bus.
The Dawah script was old. Everybody already knew about it. Everybody already had responses to it. So it just looked like Godlogic was just steamrolling their Dawah script. Every corner, this poor guy, I think his name's Mustafa, just couldn't deal with Godlogic, his responses, his answers. It was dodgy Dawah. Let's put it that way. And that concludes the events of last Sunday at Speaker's Corner. The Dawah is still on the run. They're still targeting people who are vulnerable and not people who are knowledgeable, even though they used to many years ago. So something's changed. This is a great victory for the Christian teams. And dare I say it, for everyone. No one likes people being predatory and preying on those who, of their own volition, say they're not experts, and yet tons of cameras surround them, Muslim groups surround them. And that's quite intimidating. And to be honest, if you're just a young woman who's been all of a sudden literally cut off because they've encircled you and they've got tons of cameras in your face, and you've got someone who is quite rude asking you these very intense questions that you've already admitted you're not an expert on, that's something I don't think anyone wants. Like, I don't think Christians should do that to Muslims. I don't think that atheists should do that to anyone, or anyone do that to atheists. It just seems like basic decency. If you're gonna have an intense conversation about very particular matters, then go up to someone who studies it, which presumably Mansur, Hashim, and others, having done this for 30 years now, should be able to do. Should being the key word there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope you like this video. If you are not a Christian yet, then today's the day. You can email me at chris@speakerscorner@gmail.com. I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all have a blessed day. That includes you, Mansur. That includes you, Mustafa, Hashim, and all of the Dawah guys. God bless you all. Have a great day. Take care.